In this video, we're going to talk about statistical data analysis. And these are some terms that you've heard before, but they're easy to get mixed up because their names are so close. Mean, median, mode, range, outliers, and standard deviation. And so I'm going to show you what each of them are and some examples, then we'll practice some in the next video. First of all, by definition, the mean is the average. Now, if I'm ahead of you, pause the video, make sure you get these words, and we're going to add numbers to them. Okay, so whenever you're doing the mean, it just means the average. So let's say somebody has test grades like this. Their test grades are a 55 and a 63 and an 80 and a 95. How would I get the average? Well, I'm going to add those four together and divide by 4, and I'll have the answer. So if I take those and do that, I'm going to have 55 plus 63 plus 80 plus 95 equals, divided by 4, my average is 73.25. It's just a simple average of all the numbers you have. That's what mean is. Okay, so it's just averaging. I'll take some of that out for some space. Median is the entry in the middle. When in order. So I'm going to give you a list of numbers, and very simply, I'm going to give you these numbers: 6, 12, 17, 1, 4, 27, 13. First thing you have to do is put them in order. And so the order, let's see, there's 1, and then there's 4, and 6, and then 12, and then 13, and then 17, and 27. Notice how I marked them out as I went. Make sure I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Median is literally the one in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the middle one. The median would be 12. So it's really, put them in order. You have to put them in numerical order. The one that's in the middle is the median. The mode is the entry most repeated, or most often seen. Okay? Hint, no repeat equals no mode. Okay, so I'm going to give you some numbers again. I'm just going to write them here in this white section. Let's say we had 12 and 13 and 65 and 14 and 9. If I get ahead of you, just pause the video and catch up to me. 12, 11, 17, 12, 9, 2. So I look through the list, I see a 12, I see a 12, I see a 12, 13, there's not another, 16, 14, nope. My mode would be 12 in this case. Not for the same reason as it was up here for median, because it's the one that's repeated the most, okay, or most often. So let's say that you would have had something like, instead of this being a 17, that'd be a 14, then your repeated ones would be 12 and 14, because 14 is in there twice. Okay, so it can be more than one number, but it's the ones that are repeated. Okay, all the others are not repeated. So sometimes it's the most, sometimes it's just repeated. Range. Range is the difference between largest and smallest number. Okay, so let's say we're taking some people, and I'm just going to give you, again, I'm just going to give you a list of numbers. Let's say ages. There's a group, there's a 7-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 12-year-old, 17, 24, and 63-year-old. And they want to know, what's the range of ages here? Well, very simply, find the youngest, or the smallest number, it's that one, and the largest is that one. When it says the difference, mathematically that means subtract, so 63 minus 3, the range is 60. So there's a range of 60 age groups in here between those. Okay? And so that's how you get those numbers, making sure you can see all those. 24 and 63 at the end. I'm sorry, it got into a little bit of a glare. Okay? And so 60, take the largest number, which was 63. Make sure you can see that, okay? There it is. 63, and the smallest was a 3. Subtract from the 2 and you get 60. That's how you get the range. Outliers. Outliers. Values outside, you can see where it says outliers, outside of the other values. What does that mean? Well, let's say I have a set of numbers. Let's just say set A, and I've got 2, 3, 9, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3. When you look at the numbers, they're all clumped around what? 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one's the outlier? 9. So you're just looking at values, and you're looking at the thing that doesn't seem to sort of go there. It's sitting outside of what it should. All the other numbers are small numbers, and that one's a little larger. It's sort of outside of everything else. That's the outlier. Last but not least is standard deviation. Standard deviation is how far a value is from the data set. Let me give you an example. I'll compare two of them, set A and set B. So in set A, I have the following numbers, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Set B is going to be 2, 4, 9, 12, 13, 3. So let's just say I take the average of these. That's 5, 7, 11, 16. 16 divided by 1, 2, and I'm just adding together. 16 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 16 divided by 5 equals, just so I have an exact decimal, 3.2. All right? That's a low deviation. How do I know that? Well, I know that because the 3.2 is right in the middle. It's right in the middle of all the numbers that I see. But if I take and add all of these numbers, 2 and 4 is 6, and 9 is 15, 15 and 12 is 27, that's 40, that's 43. So if I take 43 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 43 divided by 6, I'm going to get 7.2. Well, look how much that deviates. There's just so many numbers that are outside that group. They're not all really clumped together. This is a higher deviation. You have your value is off your data set. Okay? Not that it's not in that 7 point, not that it's not in there between them. It's just a very low number is going to tell you they're all clumped together. The bigger the number is, the further you have bigger numbers that are throwing off your average in this case. All right? Now you have all your definitions. You're going to use your notes. I'm going to do an example here real quick, and then you can use those definitions with me to get the answers. So we're going to take a set of numbers, and we're going to take 3, 4, 9, 3, 4, 7, 6, 3, 5, 9, and 3. All right, give you a second to pause the video and catch up with me if you need to. First thing I want to know is what is the mean. Okay, and then I'm going to ask for the median and the mode. Well, that was the easiest. The number seen most often, I see a 3, I see a 3, I see a 3, I see a 4 and a 4. There's another 3. So 3s, that's definitely in the mode. There's a bunch of those. 4s, 9s. 3s, 4s, and 9s all fall into that mode. So that's pretty easy to see those. Okay. Then if they want the most, then it'd be 3. Okay. When I want the median, let's go to the mean first. Let's do them in order. So if I'm going to add them together, 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, so I'm just going to add the number 7 plus 9 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 3 equals 56. 56 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Divided by 11. The average, 5.09 or 5.1, whichever one you want. There's your mean. All the average of all those. The median, I have to put them in order. So the smallest number I saw was a 3, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 3, 3, 3, 3. 4 is the next. 1, 2, 4, 4. And then I have 6, 7. Ooh, I have a 5 in there. I missed that. 5, 6, 7, 9, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in the middle is going to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my median, is 4. Okay? Range, if I need the range is going to be from what's the highest number, which I see is a 9, and the lowest number is a 3. My range is, on both ends, basically, both ends, there's a range of just 6. There's lots of numbers, but it's over a range, or the distance is 6. That's all there is to that. Okay? Now, in the next video, you can look for things like, I could have asked you for outliers, I could have asked for standard deviation, but in the next video, you're going to try this out with some different sets of numbers.